Hi, this is Sherry Veronica, and with me in studio today is Toby. She is one of the young ladies who work at the Fairchild Street Market, and she has a stall there. And a video went up with Toby and Sita. She has a stall also. Sita has a stall, and they were having a situation. And Toby is here today to explain her side of what happened then and what has been happening at the market. Toby,
Hi, good
hi.
morning.
Good morning. Tell the people of Barbados what's really happening there at the market.
Well, on that day, we had the day after that will be queue. So on that day in the car park, we asked the tenants and people like 2 days ago that on the Saturday we had put up a notice stating that on the second and the third there will be no parking in the car park. So on that morning, which was the 2nd of August, because the queue was the third, me and myself and the vice president, we came down about 5 to 5 because although you put up a sign and state that on the second and the third there'll be no parking, people will still come and park because people normally park in the car park to go to work. So we came down about 5 to 5 to block off the entrance to the market car park. But tenants were able to come in and out because on that day, the day after is queue, so the persons from the persons who put stalls and stuff like that, they were coming in that morning. So we had asked the tenant, if y'all have anything to offload, you all will be able to come in, offload, but you cannot park in the car park because the sponsors are coming with their things, and there were tenants who had stalls to put up. So it makes no sense you have cars in the car park and tents supposed to go up because you don't want to damage anybody's vehicle. So that morning we went down early. Me and the vice president went down early about 5 because we had hired somebody to do the job, but he could not get there on time at that kind of time. So we were waiting on him to come because he have somebody at home that he has to deal with, which is she's differently able. Everybody on the market know her, and everybody on the market know him. So that's why we actually hire him, because he would know every single tenant that coming in. But he could not get there at that time that we wanted him to get there. So we decided that we would do it ourselves until he comes. So every other tenant that came in, I was parked there, and everybody time they come, the tenants or people who are around the market call me, and I remove my vehicle so that they could come in, offload, whether the truck, bus, whatever, and everybody understood that. At one point, I was at my shop, and then somebody called me and said, well, you need to move the vehicle. Somebody want to come in, and somebody want to come out. I said, no problem. So when I went up there, Sita was up there, parked right behind me, and she's keeping so much noise. Yeah. Who take the part there? And she's going on and going on and going on and going on and going on. So I tried to calm down Sita and said, Sita, if you want to come in, I will remove my vehicle. You come in, you're offload. But while I was saying that to Sita, Sita was just rattling and rattling and rattling and rattling. And then after now, she took out her camera as usual, because after she don't say what she's have to say on the market and curse you and do what she do, then she take out the video, take out her camera, and then videotape, and then send the other half of the story, but she does not send the real story side. So on the video, you might see me saying, we have permission to block off the road, but you didn't see the section when I said to her, Sita, if you want to come in, you can come in. But no, she was just rattling out. So I actually get into my vehicle, move my vehicle because somebody was coming out, and she was right behind me. So I told the person reverse so I could drive up somewhere because she was just right behind me. I parked on the side. The person came in, but Sita did not come in. You know what she did? She went in her vehicle because she was in her vehicle, and she drove off. So she didn't want to come into the market. Sita just likes strife. And this is not the first time probably people will see me on a video with her. Because I think Sita loved me, but she don't know how to tell me. And if everybody else in the market, you can ask anybody in the market, nobody get along with Sita because Sita have a bad attitude. She did not want to come in because when I moved, she did not even drive in. She drove off and went about her business. So then the vice president.
So I want to ask you.
To her son.
I want to ask you something. Are you the president?
Sure.
Are you the president?
Yes.
So
Yes, please.
what are you the president of?
I am president of the Fairchild Street Market.
Oh, I see. So you do have some pull. Okay. Okay. Okay.
So Sita did not want to come in because when I moved, she was in her car when she done videotape and she just drove off. Then the vice president came because, as I said, we went on there 5 to 5 because, you know, although you have the notice, we had a notice a couple of days stating that we will be in car park because the Wednesday and the Thursday because the Thursday will be queue. And you know that people will still come in and park, so we went down early. The vice president went to her son and explained that she could have come in just now, right? But he is behaved just like her because they sell in front of Jordan supermarket from a van on mornings. So I said, Miss, let me go along because he's not listening either. So that's basically it. And the supervisor was there. So if she really wanted to get in, and it looked like I didn't want her coming in, then she could have gone to the supervisor. But she didn't want that. She just liked strive with me, nobody else.
Okay.
Sita is a person that she liked her own way. Sita does things in the market that other people would not do. And the other day there was a involvement with police and stuff like that. A gentleman was standing up right next to her stall. I won't call the gentleman's name. I know his name. He was standing up right next to her stall, back in her stall to the other person's stall because the stalls are very close. Sita went in, get a cup of water and throw it on the man. That police was involved, supervisor and everything was involved. Sita does those things. There was a video going around with her with the holes. No. That afternoon, Sita is coming out on Fridays when she know the music is playing and stuff like that, which she does not even pay for the music because we pay for the music to pay in order to pay the DJ. She came down like after 2, 3 o'clock. There were persons not in front of her stall, but a little below her stall. Sita went, opened her door, get the holes, and start to wash down. She did not even say, excuse me. I was on the opposite side. My shop is on the opposite side. And she did not say, well, excuse me, I'm going to wash down. She just started.
Okay, let me ask you. Okay, let me stop you. I want to stop. Okay, you're the president, and there's probably a vice president. I heard you mentioned a vice president. What does it take for you to give someone notice? Why can't you?
I'm not hearing you.
Why can't you give her notice? Why can't you give her papers to tell her you need to leave? You're not. It's not working out. It's not working out with you being here. You need to leave.
I can't do that. That is up to the management and stuff like that.
So wait, okay. So you cannot do it, but why can't you? Why can't the management, whoever can do it? Why it hasn't been done?
I think before all of that is done, they will speak to her, give her some time or probation and stuff, and if she continues, well, yeah. I don't know how much chances you have or anything like that, but that is the section for the management and stuff like that to do.
So has that process been started?
She was on probation the day for that hose.
Has that process been started to have her removed from that mall, from the market?
What did you say?
Has the process been started to have her removed, cleared out from that Fairchild Street Market? Have that process been started?
No, I'm not sure about that.
Because,
as I said, they probably have to do certain things at a certain amount of time, and then that happened. But she had one probation so far.
Because if what you're saying is true, why continue to?
It's true.
But okay, why continue to go through that day in and day out? Why continue?
I don't know, but if you come to the market, you can ask anybody about Sita, and every single body would tell you about Sita.
I have one more question. Does she have customers? Does she have a whole long line of customers waiting at her door or her window or wherever when she's opened?
No, she doesn't. Because of her attitude. She have a bad attitude towards, I guess, to me, people of color.
Okay, so she's not bringing people to Fairchild. She's actually not bringing people to Fairchild Street Market. She's not bringing people. In fact, you're saying that she is pretty unmannerly and she did,
Yes,
and
she is.
she turns people off. So the next process is, next time I speak to you, hopefully you will say that you have that who you're the president, there's a vice president, and then you said there are other management people. Hopefully you will be letting me know if it is going through the whatever paperwork that needs to be done to have, because maybe she'll be happier somewhere else. And sometimes you have to give people their walking papers for them to realize, you know what, I should have done it myself, or you know what, they did me a favor, by kicking me out of this place because I'm happier where I am. Sometimes you need to do something.
I think that's the best thing for her. The best thing to do for them to do to her.
Right.
Remove her from the market.
Right, because sometimes
she's the only person on the market that causes strife.
And sometimes you can't do it on your own. Sometimes you cannot move on your own, so you need that little push, And then I'm serious. She could look back after it has happened and say, you know what? They actually did me a favor. I couldn't do it myself. I could not do it myself, and they did me the favor. So it's up to you. It's up to you as president and the board of management or whatever you have there to look at this and do her a favor. Just do her the favor.
I think so too.
Okay, so maybe next time we talk, it will be on a lighter note, and you will have good news for me, because, like I said, sometimes you have to do something different if you expect different results. You have to do something different if you're expecting something different.
Yes, even on the old market, when we had the old market, she was doing a lot of stuff too. She was doing a lot of craziness.
Wow.
When we came across, tenants were like, oh my God, I hope we don't have to be next to Sita.
Oh.
Everybody was like, we hope we don't have to be next to Sita, because she was a problem from then and she's a problem now.
Right, she's not bringing people. Well, she's actually not bringing customers into the market. So
no, she's not.
So it's a win-win situation to have her gone, to have her move out. It will be a win-win situation, because if you get the right person in there and they have their own clientele, and sometimes they will leave that window and come to your window, you get more people coming because you have people coming to see certain people. But if she has no one coming, it's a blight. It's actually a blight. So it's up to you guys to do something. It's up to you guys.
That is so true.
And she also says that she has been traumatized by it all. So sometimes,
she's traumatized. She traumatized herself. She tried to make herself the victim, but she's the person who causes strife, because everybody tried to live with her, but she's not easy to deal with.
Yeah, but sometimes you can't.
Sometimes you don't have an attitude.
Yeah, but sometimes you don't see yourself. Toby, sometimes people do not see themselves. That's why communication is so important. People don't see people. People could be doing the worst things and they don't see themselves, or what they're doing may seem as though they're protecting themselves, or it's something that they need to do, when you could just gently tell, no, you don't need to do it. We're not your enemy. We're not your enemy. You don't need to be this way. So it's... Yeah, you have some background noise there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes communication and sometimes doing someone a favor, like having her just leave and find another niche, just find another place to go. Sometimes that's the best thing. But you have to do something. You cannot sit comfortably in the situation you're in and expect it to change. It's not going to change. It's not going to get better. So I'll let you bring it home now. I'll let you finish up. Any last things you want to say?
I would just like to say that nobody is stopping Sita from coming in. They don't stop Sita from coming in. Sita have an issue. I think Sita have an issue with a lot of the tenants inside the day, because they do get a lot of customers, and sometimes she doesn't have any customers. Majority of the time she doesn't have any customers. Sita needs to come, try to live good with persons, and listen. First thing to listen. She does not listen. She just sort of fly up, and so she needs to, if she want to live with us, she needs to come and communicate and try to live with people. And I don't have all those things, negative things she say about people of color.
Right.
But she does say a lot of negative things about people of color. Mm-hmm. So that's why a lot of people does not go to her.
Right. Wow. Anyhow, I want to thank you, Toby, for coming on today to clear the air on this. And I'm going to put this up, and hopefully Sita will hear it, and she will hear that maybe her attitude needs adjustment. Maybe she'll hear that maybe she needs to find somewhere else to apply her trade. Maybe she'll hear that she needs to communicate better. Maybe she'll hear something from this interview. I don't think it's going to change her, but and I don't think that you're going to get anywhere without having her leave. I think you need to evict her, and I think that she needs to find somewhere else. That's what I think. I think she needs to be evicted. Let her go somewhere else to work, and you can find a better fit for that particular stall that she's in. Just try to find a better fit.
If she doesn't change her ways,
she's not going to change. People don't change, and if they change,
yeah, she's not going to change.
If they change,
but you never know. You never know.
Nah, I think I'm a little older than you are. People change, but they change for the worse. They change for the worse. So you have to watch how when you talk about changing, it may not be what you expect. It could be it could be a slide on the dark side. They don't really change to be better. But you'll grow older, and you'll find out for yourself. You still have some growing up to do. So I want to thank you for coming on my show today, Toby.
I want to thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anytime, okay?
Okay.
This is Sherry Veronica, Naked Departure Radio.